The education system in the United States is lacking in many regards. Despite the amount of money being put into the education system, results are not being produced and children are being left with a lackluster education in comparison to other countries, holding them back from success in the future. The problem stems from the beginning, in elementary school and high school, leading all the way up until college. Here's what you need to know about the holes in the United States education system. The United States is very lowly ranked in the amount of money that teachers earn in comparison to other professionals with a similar education background. It is unfair to compare solely the wages of teachers in comparison to other countries because of the differences in economy, but through this data, it is evident that U.S. teachers are very underpaid for the qualification of work they are doing. While there are people who want to be teachers in the United States, they are discouraged from doing so because of the low wage in relation to other jobs they are qualified for as well. Increasing and making a more comparable wage for teachers will encourage citizens to continue on the education path and help passionately teach America's youth. Using New Jersey as an example, it is evident that the graduation rate in poorer and inner-city areas are much lower than that of richer areas. Jersey City, Camden, and Newark are definitely more dangerous and poorer areas of New Jersey. However, they are provided with the lowest quality of education. Teachers do not want to work in these cities because of the negative stigma surrounding them, as well as the low wage they are guaranteed. Therefore, the most in-need places are provided with the worst education. This goes for all cities across the U.S. and the inner-city public schools that the majority of children attend. There seems to be a direct correlation between teacher salaries and high-performing students, as those countries who pay their teachers more in relation to those with similar educations are achieving higher academic success than the United States. The only country mentioned who is achieving a lower standard than the United States is Italy, and they have the same 0.6 ratio of paying their teacher's salary. Therefore, it is effective that teachers be paid an appropriate amount for their educational background, as it encourages more students to be teachers, and it increases the overall educational value for minors. In addition, the U.S. is paying a higher amount of money per student in comparison to other countries. However, there are no academic results to support the need for pouring in so much money. Except for Italy, all of the countries spending a lower amount of money per student are achieving higher academic standards than the U.S. in science, math, and reading. Therefore, it would be beneficial to spend less but more efficiently per student and use the remaining money in order to begin funding higher teacher salaries. Spending an appropriate amount of money per student is absolutely necessary, but it seems as if there is an excess of money being spent on students in proportion to academic performance. Another large problem with the U.S. education system is the proportional productivity in class in comparison to the amount of work at home. While homework is definitely a necessary and helpful tool to assist students, it should not be their only source of learning in the classroom. It should be reinforcement and practice following what is taught in class, rather than the introduction of new material. For too many teachers, class is simply a time for busy work, and the majority of homework is to be taken home. While a large portion of students have the ability to go home to parents and several resources to help them with their homework, underprivileged students do not have this luxury. In almost every country across the world, privileged students spend more time doing homework, while disadvantaged students spend significantly less time on their homework per week. This is due to several factors. It could be due to a lack of discipline from their parents, a lack of resources for homework assistance, or other important commitments such as working to help to support the family. No matter the circumstance, when at home, many disadvantaged students are not given an equal opportunity to learn as those who are advantaged. Therefore, it is imperative that the majority and basis of teaching be done in the classroom as to provide equal advantage to all classes of students. In addition, studies have shown that an increased amount of homework does not lead to a higher GPA, but instead only leads to students' negative attitudes towards school, as well as a lack of focus when they are in class. Work given at home should be implemented in the classroom setting, as reducing the amount of time spent on homework outside of school will actually increase the amount of focus that students have in school. It has been said that the appropriate amount of homework for students is 10 minutes of homework per night per grade level, amounting to about 120 minutes of homework a night for a senior in high school. Any student can attest that they receive much more homework than this on a nightly basis. Therefore, students are being overworked, also leading to the negative results of the United States education system. This presentation only scratches the surface of issues that contribute to the lack of success of United States education, as there are so many other forms of inequality within the system. Education should be able to provide equal opportunity to all students, setting them up for success in the future. This can be achieved by motivating teachers, increasing productivity, and any other action necessary and effective to increase educational standards in the United States.